So this is it. Today is the day the Minnesota Vikings have until 3 p.m. to work out a long-term deal with Anthony Harris. Now, it's 3 p.m. Central Time, which is the only time zone that actually matters. So keep your Eastern time zone, keep your Pacific, keep your other one. Get out of here. But yeah, as we talked about earlier in the week, our sources have said that Anthony Harris, his agents, as well as the Minnesota Vikings, are still talking. Nothing is imminent, but as you've seen, I mean, the deadline can really get things going because Chris Jones, 2 weeks ago, Chris Jones was talking about just sitting out the season, a la Le'Veon Bell, and then finally he just gets a massive contract deal when he was due to play on his franchise tag. So things can happen, and I'm of two minds about extending Anthony Harris. I don't think that necessarily should give him top tier of the market value in terms of safety money. Now, just because of his age, he is going to be 29 this year. Now, if he was 25, 26, a la Kevin Byard, a la Eddie Jackson, by all means, give him all the money. But I am worried that Anthony Harris will reach the tail end of his prime window by the time a long-term deal would be done. And also, I don't think Anthony Harris should settle for anything less. I think that if it doesn't work out long-term deal, he should play on the franchise tag this season at $11.441 million. Secure that nut to get the first big payday of his actual NFL career. Last season he played unrestricted free agent tag, but of course that doesn't pay a ton. So in terms of securing the long-term bag, I don't think he should settle for 10, 11, even $12 million per year on a 3 or 4 year contract, because he has proven that he is the best free safety in the league. He's the best coverage safety in the league, as well as he's absolutely dynamic with Harrison Smith. When looking for that perfect fit with Harrison Smith for a long time, Sendejo was good, but was never just like fully meshed in with what Harrison wants to do. Anthony Harris is great. He can sit back there. He can play in coverage while number 22 either drops back. He can lurk up on the line of scrimmage. He can make plays down the box. He can do all those things. So I think that's important, keeping Anthony Harris as well as Harrison Smith together. Beyond this year, would love to see it, but also I'm not ready to give him 14.6, 14.1 per year, a la Eddie Jackson and Kevin Byard, respectively. But also, it runs into a spot where, I mean, Harrison and Harris seem pretty cool, right? So, but money always grates on people just a little bit, right? So everyone said like Diggs and Thielen are super cool. They're tight. They go way back like chiropractic, right? So even though Stephon Diggs got paid, if Adam Thielen signed a larger contract, that's not going to make Diggs mad. Now, I'm not saying that necessarily did, as the relationship between Thielen and Diggs still seems pretty solid, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like maybe that was that 1 degree that turned Stephon Diggs from a 1 degree below boiling to boiling. I don't even know what temperature water boils. Well, that's one thing that the metric system gets right. 100 degrees centigrade, Celsius, whatever. Maybe that, but with Diggs, maybe that was the one thing that finally just pushed it over the edge. It's like, you know what? I'm not getting my respect here. I don't like this offense being run first. I don't necessarily like Kirk. I don't like the way that he delivers his bowels. And now my guy Thielen got paid more than me. So now I'm out. Deuces. That could be it. So I don't think it's necessarily a situation where if Anthony Harris got the big long-term deal that Harrison Smith will all of a sudden be like, huh. Because Harrison, respect, throughout his career, Harrison's never struck me as a guy where it's always been about the money. Because Harrison Smith, when he did sign his big time extension, he's got 2 years left on that. It didn't even make him the highest paid safety in the league. I think it barely made him top 5 when he certainly could have commanded a price tag at that point in time. But I don't know. We'll see what happens today. I think that they potentially are in the ballpark. And if they do give him, like, say, 3 year, $39 million, $13 million per year, I would be happy with that. Because they could structure it where it actually lowers his 2020 cap number, and then the Vikings could use that cash to either resign Everson, maybe go after Josh Klein, maybe go after Jadeveon Clowney, ink up Dalvin on a long-term deal, trade for Joe Thuney. I don't know. There's lots of options what they could do with that cap, since Anthony Harris is due to count $11.441 million against the 2020 cap as of right meow. But we'll see. Again, 3 p.m. Central Time is the deadline when it's all said and done. And if that passes and there's no long-term deal, the Vikings and Harris can't work out a deal the rest of the season, which I think is a moronic rule. But I don't know. Maybe it does force force teams and agents to come together and get things done. But I don't know. So I'm fine him playing that tag. I'm fine with him a long-term extension and not insane money, but we'll see. We'll see as it gets closer to 3. Your thoughts, Anthony Harris. Deadline today. Franchise tag, long-term deal. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.